One, the crazy viewership. It was ridiculous for this Liberty Fever game that just happened. And then, of course, some mileage that some people flew. So looking at it here, it says the Indiana Fever and New York Liberty game on June 14, 2025 drew a large viewership with 2.22 million viewers, man. Oh my goodness.
Remember when women's basketball barely got a second glance during halftime? Forget that. Caitlin Clark just stormed back onto the court like she was headlining a Marvel premiere, and the Indiana Fever versus the undefeated New York Liberty turned into a full-blown blockbuster. Ratings are through the roof, fans are losing it, and if you blinked, you missed Clark shattering ankles and broadcast records simultaneously. Strap in. This is not your grandma's WNBA game.
Today, guess who's back again. Caitlin's back. Tell Caitlin Clark Kent back in action. Where do I even start? 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 7 threes, 11 for 20 in only 31 minutes of basketball. The Indiana Fever say, come on, New York. Come on. Somebody's got to give you this first L, and I guess it's going to be us. No Jonquel Jones, but the Indiana Fever handled business.
Ever seen something so predictable it's basically clockwork? She strolls out in that Prada belt bag armor, makes a sound, and suddenly TV sets spring back to life. Ratings were dead, until her sneeze revived the WNBA. Then she sits out 5 games with a quad tweak, silent boom. The league goes from people actually watch this, to full surround cricket noises. Sunday Night Baseball got nothing on this. Ratings? Plummeted over 50%. That's not a slump. It's a nosedive into an empty pool, left untended except for tumbleweeds.
The GOAT! It can only be one GOAT, man. It can only be one GOAT. What a performance by Cece. Man, this was well worth the wait. We've been waiting patiently. We've been itching, waiting for her to make her return. And boy, did she come back with a vengeance. Boy, did she come back letting the world know what they have been.
Meanwhile, she returns, probably rocking that Prada belt bag like it's some mystical relic. 3 weeks off, 5 games missed, and the first question, did the league even notice she was gone? Answer, oh, it noticed. Big time. Comeback game, Fever versus Liberty, undefeated at 9-0. Do or die moment. And what does she do? She storms the court, blows past her first half averages, drops 25 points in the half with 7 threes in just 7 minutes, 38 seconds. Might as well have launched the net into orbit.
Discussed before, Caitlin Clark, this is her first game back in 4 or 5 games after dealing with the quad injury, and she did not disappoint. Came out with 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, almost a triple-double, but 7 3-pointers, y'all, and she was hitting them from 40 feet. Like, she was literally shooting from anywhere, and it was cashing out. In fact, at one point in time, she hit a ridiculous one that Stewie just had to throw her hands up, and they laughed all the way back down the floor because even she knew it was ridiculous.
Liberty can brag about their cute little 9-0 record. Caitlin Clark didn't just show up. She strolled in, saw the hype, and casually handed them their first L like it was part of her autograph line. 9 and done, more like it. And did the world notice? Oh, absolutely. Ratings didn't just climb, they exploded like Mentos Met Coke. Fever's home crowd? 17,000 screaming fans, packed tighter than a Coldplay stadium tour. This wasn't basketball. This was a televised cultural event. An Oprah you get a car moment, but in sneakers and pure swag.
So this is major, man. This is major. Shout out to Caitlin with the motion. Caitlin with the motion, man. We already know what's going on with that, man. Great game. The competitiveness, the love between the team, like, it was a really good game, man.
Now they're comparing her to Tiger Woods. Because when Caitlin Clark plays, it's not just a game, it's an economy. Take her out, and viewership drops faster than your phone battery scrolling TikTok. Put her in, and suddenly the league's a 5-course feast with fireworks and champagne. She's not just moving the needle, she's yanking the whole damn compass. Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA. She ignited it.
So lads, Caitlin Clark playing one of the 3 best games of her career against the undefeated New York Liberty. You can't even, like, has basically broken. It has broken the Caitlin Clark haters. So,
The funny part? They literally announced her as the future MVP 15 minutes after tip-off, before the popcorn was even fully popped. It was like the universe collectively shrugged and said, yeah, we've seen enough. Give her the crown. And honestly, who could blame them? She wasn't just playing basketball, she was giving a masterclass while casually dismantling the league's only unbeaten team. 1 3-pointer turned into 2, then 5, and then, wait for it, 17 threes. That's not just a franchise record, it's a statistical mic drop. She didn't stop there. Assists? She piled them on like hosting a charity drive. Rebounds? Grabbed like someone owed her money. Points? Enough to make the scoreboard flicker like it was overwhelmed. The poor stat sheet printer probably needed a cigarette by halftime. Coaches just stood there blinking. Teammates ran back thinking, well damn. And the crowd? Absolutely unhinged, chants, signs, tweets flying everywhere. Caitlin Clark had officially taken over. This wasn't a game, it was a Hall of Fame audition. And she nailed it, all while smiling and high-fiving like it was just another day at the office.
I do not want to hear any Caitlin Clark slander after today's game. I do not want to hear any Caitlin Clark slander after today's game. As you guys know, I was going to give my quad up for Caitlin Clark. I was giving my wife's quad up for Caitlin Clark. I was giving up anyone's quad for Caitlin Clark. Got told she was going to play today, and I was like, she's probably going to take it light. 32 points? 32 points? I think she had like 6 rebounds, 8 assists, maybe vice versa. Like, absolutely insane.
Now let's break it down. Take Caitlin Clark out of the equation, and what do you get? A merciless ratings nosedive. Look at Chicago without her. Suddenly it's crickets. The crowd might as well be watching paint dry. Minnesota, LA, Phoenix, name any WNBA team. If Caitlin's not on the floor, viewership barely scratches 6 figures. It's like the league goes from primetime spectacle to a 1998 amateur mini-golf rerun at 3 a.m. No disrespect, there are stars in the league. But none of them command the national spotlight like Caitlin. She's not just a player, she's a gravitational force. Ratings orbit her. Without her, the league scrambles for a few 100,000 viewers, praying someone notices. Right now, she is the WNBA's oxygen. And that raises the question, where's the next Caitlin-level sensation? Because at this point, the league is hitching its wagon to one runaway comet. If that comet ever burns out or gets sidelined, what's left? A league hoping for another miracle while the cameras quietly turn away.
They asked me why I did not care about the Fever going 2-3 while Caitlin Clark was out. They asked me why I didn't really care about Stephanie White's offensive philosophies without Caitlin Clark. Well, here we are, back in effect. The Indiana Fever hand the New York Liberty their first loss of the season in Caitlin Clark's return game. Huge Saturday afternoon battle, national TV. Caitlin Clark drops 32 points, 9 assists, 8 boards, 7 made threes, the only player in WNBA history with that stat line, and basically announces to the league game.
And the league knows it. Oh, they definitely know it. The minute Caitlin Clark landed in the WNBA, the scheduling gods tore up the old playbook, lit it on fire, and printed Indiana Fever on every network calendar they could find. Suddenly, Fever games weren't just games, they were events. ABC, ESPN, ESPN2, NBA TV. If there's a channel with a camera and a satellite dish, they wanted a piece of the Caitlin Clark frenzy. Out of 44 nationally televised games this season, 41 feature the Fever. Let that sink in. 41 out of 44. That's not scheduling, it's worship. For context, the reigning MVP with the Las Vegas Aces doesn't get airtime like that. The defending champion New York Liberty, the league's super team stacked with global talent? Only 32 national TV games. 32 is impressive, until you're standing next to Clark's 41. At this point, she's not just a player. She's the headline, the highlight reel, the halftime show, and the post-game analysis. The league isn't just showcasing Caitlin Clark, they're building the entire season around her. Fever games are no longer optional, they're mandatory viewing.
Like that, she's back. Caitlin Clark drops 35 after her 5-game layoff from injury. It was at a point where she scored 9 points in less than 45 seconds. I mean, crossing the half-point line, one dribble, and just pulling it from the logo. Like, these plays are just mind-blowing. Y'all know she definitely got a tech for yelling at a ref, too. That's, like, prime Caitlin Clark. It was at a point where she pulled from the logo, and her and Stewart were just laughing because it was just that unbelievable. I told y'all, face of the league, you can't deny it. Now, this can translate into the postseason. Y'all about to see the Indiana Fever make a real run. They got the players, they got the fan base, they got the star. All they need to do is make that deep run into the playoffs and actually give them a chance to do something big.
Let's talk obsession. The kind that's part Fashion Week runway, part basketball frenzy. People didn't just show up for Indiana Fever versus New York Liberty, they arrived in Prada. They weren't there for the team, the league, or even the sport. No, they came to witness Caitlin Clark's return like a royal coronation. These fans weren't in jerseys. They were rocking designer belt bags and shades, waiting for that iconic Clark twirl like it was a Taylor Swift concert. Caitlin Clark isn't just an athlete, she's a walking, dribbling brand. Her merch doesn't just sell out, it vanishes. Her jersey flips online faster than Bitcoin in its 2017 bull run. Resale prices? eBay hasn't seen this much heat since Beanie Babies. Meanwhile, the Liberty had Sabrina dropping a scorching 34 points. Impressive, yes, but even her hot streak couldn't stop the Caitlin Clark tornado. Clark didn't just return, she arrived and took over like it was her league. Honestly, at this point it kind of is.